So you and your significant other want something you can spend some time in, right? Something that doesn't feel like you're on top of each other the whole time, but you also don't want to break the bank, right? Money is still a very real factor. Well, let me introduce to you this right here. This is the 2027 Heirloom 255. Now, this is a great couples coach, but more importantly, at least in my book, is the fact it's affordable. Now, we'll check out the outside in a bit, but in my opinion, if the floor plan and layout don't work, then the construction doesn't matter. So let's come in, take a look at the inside first, and then we'll make our way back out. So as you can see, we have the kitchen right over here. Nice big rear bath. We'll check that out in just a second. Trust me, it is amazing. And then over here is going to be the Luma Lounge with the entertainment center. We have a coffee station over to the side, and as we push in, beautiful bedroom. So what do I love about this coach so much? Well, there's a lot, right? First of all, again, the fact that it is going to be the perfect size in my mind. Like, you have a big slide right here, a super slide, right? So it really opens this room up. You still have a big enough bathroom. Like, here, come check this thing out, right? As we take a look at this, and being able to change in a bathroom really is a big deal. Like, you'd be shocked at how many floor plans you can't do that in. But it's not just that, right? It's everything else about this bathroom. Like, look at this. Look at how much countertop space I have in here. Look at how much space underneath I have in here, right? Like, great storage. My vents aren't going to be in the floor on this one. They're going to be ducted through the furniture. What does that mean? Well, that means if I have to use the bathroom and I'm sitting here doing my business, I'm not splashing in any vents, right? It's gonna be over there. And that's gonna mean easier cleanup. You'll also see right over here the fact that you have some storage tucked away. Love, love, love this wall. This is something that Heirloom puts in a lot of their units, and I think it's something that's so simple but really makes a statement. And then right down under here is going to be our on-demand tankless water heater for near limitless hot water. Electrical outlet right over there. Yes, of course, that is also GFCI. Now, as we come out into the kitchen, man, take a look at the size of that window. It is huge. Why? Well, that's your campsite, right? This is the view you want. Well, maybe not. I mean, unless you like watching forklift drivers drive behind RVs. Hi, friend. But realistically, right, if you're out at the campsite, this is the view you want. This is going to be gorgeous. I like that there is a big window here. Plus, it just lets in a ton of natural light. And during night, you have a couple LED lights there as well. The nice little heirloom symbol. What a touch. Up top is going to be some additional storage with the two-tone wood. I'll pop this open just to kind of give you an idea of size, right? Pretty good size up there, too. You'll also see you have an electrical outlet right over here in case you need to plug something in, but just in case that's not enough, hidden behind plant number 1 is going to be another outlet. And as you can see, based upon our plant, there is a decent amount of space back here, so I can have 4 or 5 plants if I want. You also see the undermount stainless steel bowl with the high-rise spring faucet here, so you can make it nice and easy to do all the dishes. And if we drop down, that's a trash can, and whoop, behind this door, I have additional storage, right? So you can kind of move this around. If I want the trash can over here, can have it over here, can be over there. I guess you can't really put much more. This one, that's why. They have a refrigerator in this one. We'll see that when we go outside. But so it did take up some of the space underneath the sink, but there's a fridge there instead. You can see that you have some spice racks right there, which is nice. And then our 3-burner cooktop, right? So this right here is going to be the main prep space. Now, yes, that means that a lot of times you'll need this down to prep. If you have to use it, that's great too. You can obviously just fold it up and back. You still get this space right over to the side here, plus a little bit of space over here. So if you need to, you can set down a balloon, or more likely, a hot pad, ladle, something like that. Also, right down underneath, you have some storage here, but I also want to point out that you have 2 drawers for all of your flatware there. And then underneath the cooktop, in lieu of an oven, they have gone with a deep pots and pans drawer, which is probably the smarter move because statistics show that more people use their oven for storage than use it to cook with when it comes to RVs. So that is probably the right choice. Now let's come up a little bit further because this is one of my favorite parts about the Heirloom. I'm going to call this the coffee station, mainly because, well, coffee, but it can really be whatever you want, right? Like if you don't use K-Cups, you don't drink coffee, that's fine. You don't have to use this at all. People will barely notice it. And if you have guests and you want to fill it up, that's great too. But right here, right, this can be a coffee bar. This can be a bar. This can be anything you want it to be. It's decorative. It's nice. I like it. You'll also see that the microwave is right up top here, which is kind of out of the way, right? And again, I like that it kind of has its own designated little area. And then underneath that, take a look at this. Boom, boom, big storage right there. Plus this is open. So if you have shoes, slippers, whoop, slide them right underneath there. You want this for shoe storage? Great, do it. You want it for extra pots and pan storage? Great, do it. You want it for plate storage? You get where I'm going with this. All right, coming over to the side, this is our entertainment center. You can put your TV right there, fireplace down underneath. Has a nice, easy to open handle. You'd be shocked at how many hidden entertainment system pantries are just hard to open. They just want simple, like here's a handle. And then you get a, they had to kind of split it because of the bedroom, but you have big storage thanks to mainly this part over here because this is nice and deep. There we go, there's that motion light, but we do have a little bit right here too. And again, I think they did a good job overall with the pantry. The seating area in here is no joke either, right? So you can see that you have kind of a versatile setup. They call this the Luma Lounge. What we have right here essentially is an L-shaped or J-shaped sofa, but what you can do is actually take this cushion, remove this piece, this comes up, flips around, drops in, and then this becomes your dinette with a standard jackknife sofa. So it's gonna be very versatile and just allows you to kind of do whatever feels right for the day or whatever your needs are. Now these cushions do have storage spots. One is going to be right up here. One is actually going to be underneath the dinette right back there. But that's not the only storage in here. If I open this up, take a look. Boom, I have this big double bin, or this big, basically double-sized bin right here. I will have the same thing on the other side. Now, not only that, but underneath the sofa, if I drop this down, look at that. We have more storage under here, right? So, I mean, you have these big bins just everywhere, provides a ton of storage. I personally am a big fan. A couple other things we need to talk about. One, of course, is gonna be the refrigerator. It'll be right over here. That is a 10 cubic foot. Let me just open that up for you just to kind of show you that size. And as you can see, you will have plenty of cold storage in that bad boy. The other thing I want to talk about is going to be this right over here, which is the window. This is what was called a privacy window, right? You'll see that it's going to be narrow. It doesn't come all the way down. But the reason for that is because that they found that when they would go to campsites, all these shades would always be closed. Why? Well, because they don't want the neighbor peeking in, right? You want to be able to look out your window. You want to be able to look out this window right here and see your campsite. You don't want to, be looking over at the neighbor or have the neighbor looking in, so people would close these blinds. Well, that blocks out all the light. So they figured, well, shoot, what if we do this? What if we make the window nice and high, right? Make it small. Now you can get all the light in, but people aren't seeing in. It gives you that additional privacy, but still brings light in the coach. Plus, it's a smaller piece of glass, which saves a little bit of money, help lowering the cost of the unit. So all in all, that right there is just a win. One thing I do want to point out, let me take a peek right up here. There is one AC, boop, but if you want a second AC, boop, it is prepped for it, just FYI. And then right in here, this is going to be your door to the bedroom. I like the fact it has a door, not a curtain. Right there is going to be our bed. Yes, there is storage underneath. Let me see if I can lift it one-handed here for you. Wow, there we go. Ka-chow, look at that. So you have all the bins right here. Again, more storage. If you have slippers, slide right underneath there, right? Some RV slippers. You'll see that you also have access to your pass-through storage outside. Now, you have storage on both sides here too. You have a nightstand, shelf, electrical outlet, USB port, alarm clock. Over to this side, another shelf. And again, USB port, electrical outlet. You have a CPAP machine, that's probably where I'm putting it. Then right up top is going to be a shelf. And then if we follow that all the way over to this side, that is where your TV can be. Yes, just put that on articulating mount, maybe have it come down a little bit. Now you can lay in bed and watch TV. Over to this side, that's going to be wardrobe. Underneath are going to be some shelves, or at least a shelf, right? So there's that shelf right there. But then, if we come back the other way, ka-choop, here we go, open this guy up. Why, what do we have here? Take a look at that big old wardrobe. You see that? that is all wardrobe space. So yes, even though you only have one shirt closet, you have this whole other wardrobe giving you just a ton of space overall in this coach. Telling you folks, if you're looking for something that is affordable, this right here is an excellent, excellent couples model. But as I said in the very beginning, if this doesn't work for you, the outside doesn't matter. But if you followed me so far, you're probably interested in the outside. Now, before we do get to that, I just want to mention, if you are interested, price and availability, there'll be a link in the description. Simply click on that, and it will show you the one that is closest to you and how much it's going to be. Enough about that. Sorry I hit the mic. Let's head outside. All right, let's take a look at the outside of the 255. Starting off right up front here, this is going to be the power tongue jack, making it nice and easy to connect and disconnect from our tow vehicle. Two 20-pound propane tanks, rails for the battery, and then if we look right under here, that is going to be the battery disconnect. I really like that they have that on this coach just because it makes it a lot easier when you're storing. That way you can just flip that and kill any parasitic drain from your battery. You also have a rock guard right up front, plus the smooth aluminum front. Then coming down the side is going to be the retro aluminum. Now this is going to do a few things for us. First of all, it just looks a whole lot nicer than the standard ribbed aluminum, and that's going to be in part because of the design and in part because it has almost like a matte finish on here, and that finish isn't going to scratch as easy, which is going to be a big advantage. Other nice thing is it's actually going to be a thicker material, which means it isn't going to dent as easy. And in the event that it does, this is a lot easier and simpler to either repair or replace than it would be, for example, say on a fiberglass unit. Now, if I drop down here, you'll see that this one does have a propane quick connect. That way you can plug in a grill, whatever else you need, and be able to cook out here and, you know, basically make the whole campground jealous with all of your delicious smells of bacon. And then right here is going to be our pass-through storage. You can see it is nice and big. It also has access underneath the bed. So you have a few different access points from the campsite, the off-camp side, and then underneath the bed there as well. Plus you have magnetic catch on here, which is always a welcome sight. Coming down a little bit further, we can see the power awning. Just touch a button to roll that out. Of course, same thing to go back in. LED light strip on there. More ride step above steps with aluminum treads. These are great. They're nice and stable, and with the new system, essentially it just uses this latch right here. You can push that in, and that will allow you to move the foot. It really makes setting the steps up much simpler than it ever has been in the past. You also get this large foldable grab handle for the extra control when entering or exiting. This is a weird place for a freshwater inlet, but there it is. Just know that when you're filling it, you know, you want to make sure that it's not overfilling too much, just because you don't want it coming down into this compartment. That's my only gripe with this is this right here. But again, that's such a minor thing, and if you're paying attention, it shouldn't be an issue anyway. The bigger deal though is it has an outside fridge, and this I'm a huge fan of. I like having outside bevies. I like having easy access rather than constantly going in and out. I can load that bad boy up, and you know, we're camping the way we should be camping. You can see right there is going to be electrical outlet. Back here is our on-demand tankless water heater. Outside shower with hot and cold water access there, and a spare tire. You know what, this is something, and I know it seems silly, but this is actually a big deal because so many manufacturers, especially when you're looking at a price-sensitive RV, are getting rid of these. But if you ever have a blowout, you need a spare. So I'm really happy that Airelume has put that on here. I hope that they don't take that away. I like seeing it on there. You'll also see that right up top, that is going to be the backup camera prep. So if you ever do want one, that is definitely a DIY project. We actually have a video on our Camping World Tutorials channel how to do it. Just in case you are curious, definitely check that out. But again, that is always nice to have. Cable satellite hookup's going to be right back here. Black tank flush city water inlet, 50 amp detachable power cord. Terminations right down below, as well as our low point drains. The other thing I want to point out is going to be, nope, this one doesn't have it. Just kidding. The other thing I want to point out is nothing. So we're gonna cut before I say that. My hair looks crazy from this angle. I look crazy from this angle. It's a bad angle. Now, if you like what you see here and you want to know how much it is and where you can find one, well, there will be a link in the description. Simply click on that link. Thanks again for watching, folks. I'm Ian Baker. Until next time, we'll see you.